and codes, and in this video we are covering Python basics required for DSA. Most of them are not strong in their Python basics and they want to learn DSA, but in these 30 days I will make sure that you learn Python DSA using Python from the basics and your basics will be strong. Okay, now let's get into the topics. So first topic, as I said you, we are going to learn about variables and data types. Variables, okay, tell me what is variables and data types in comment section. Variables and data types is nothing but we all know data types. What are the types of data types are there? There are integer data type, integer, float, and float is also called as double, and it is also converted as double. And then we are having string is a list of characters we can enter, and the boolean values we all know that it should say whether true or false, 0 or 1. List is the nothing but arrays. These are the variables and data types. Now I will make sure that if now we will take x is equals to 10. Here the variable name is this x is the variable name, and this 10 is the value given to that variable. Now let us take a is equals to, let us take a is equals to 3.5. Here it is already it is assumed that it is a double, even though the 3.5, whenever 3.5 is given, it is the decimal number it is given, the compiler automatically assumes that it is a double. So if you want to mention it as a float, there is no need to mention it as a float. Now if you want to mention it as a float, add f at the end. And when then comes to name is equals to string. String, as I said, is the list of characters, not the number. This is the string. And then comes boolean value, as we all know, it has only two values, true or false. So here this is boolean. So let us make sure that this is an integer value. This 10 is considered as integer value. This 3.5 is known as float. If there is no f, it is considered as a double. And the name hi, this is considered as string, and here true, this is considered as boolean values. This is the foundation of the Python. And next we are going to input and output. In placements or any other companies, you need to analyze the in coding questions, you need to analyze the input and output format. So there are two types of input and input format. One is basic input. So first let us take an example. So this is my example 5. This is it is a multiple numbers. We are having multiple numbers. So this is the example they had given. Here you can take two types of input. One is basic. So first let us take basic one. First I will tell what are the inputs, then I will tell how it is considered. Hen is equals to, you all know, int is int. Then we are taking input. Here the input is allotted or given. Here the input, we all know input takes the string values, and here now we are taking multiple number input. Yeah, this is considered as multiple number. If it has only 5, we will consider basic n, this one. But here it has multiple input, not multiple input, multiple numbers. Here it has multiple numbers. So wait for a second. multiple numbers. For multiple numbers, array is equals to array is equals to list map hint input dot split. Here what we need to understand is input. What is input? Input is considered as it takes a string. Input here it takes a string values it takes. So input is string values, it only takes string values. And then comes is split. What is split? Split that separates by space, that separates by space. And then comes is map. What is map? Here see, map int input, it has map int input. Think for a second and I will tell you what it is. Think for just for 1 second and I will tell you. Map is that converts anything into integers. If we have decimal number, it converts it into integers. That's what the map does. Now we all know what is, now you guys know what is input, what is split, what is map, and what is list. Makes it list in the word itself, it has a meaning. We have so many datas, that so many datas, it should be aligned, it should be in a structured format. That time we need to use list. This is the, so there are two types of, so any input format, think whether it is a multiple input or a multiple integer or a single integer. If it is a single integer, take this basic input format. If it is a multiple integer, take this multiple numbers format. And next comes our conditional statements. Here where the logic building starts. Till now we understand what and all the what are the basics and what are their rules. But now conditional statements, here where the logic building starts. So for logic building there are three, we all know there are three if condition: if condition, elif and else if. In elif is also known as else if. What is if condition? If condition checks if, check what is this, check this condition, checks the condition first. If the condition is true, the code inside it will run, otherwise it won't run. First let us take the example now for this. So example, age is equals, I take a simple example. If you want you can work with, we will work with more examples in our next videos. Next I will teach you everything, where should you practice everything, what are the important lead code problems, everything I am going to teach you. Don't worry, this 30 days make it serious. Every day I upload a video, long video for 30 days. Make sure that you watch it. From this video, make sure to watch it, share with your friends too. So this is the conditional statement. So here it checks if age less than or equal to 18, they can vote. If it is more than 18 or not equal to 18, they cannot vote. So that's what it means. If condition always checks this, if this condition is true, this will be the output. If this condition is false, and this will not be the output. So here comes the else if condition, elif condition. Elif or else if, both are same in Python. When it comes to Java, C++, it there also it's the same meaning, but it's a different wording. So elif condition checks if condition is false, then it goes to the next condition. Check another condition. Elif stands for else if in Python. So now let's take an example. Marks is equals to 70. So next, if marks, if marks, and then print. So take a print, grade A. So here comes the else if condition. If marks is less than or equal to 90, this condition will be print. If it is not, if this is false, if that condition, if condition is false, here comes the elif condition. Elif marks less than or equal to 60, then print. Then we are going to print. If condition is false, then it comes to elif condition, then this one will be printed. If already if condition is true, then there is no need of elif condition. This is what you guys need to learn. So this is the difference between if condition and elif condition. So next we are moving to else condition. Else is nothing but in place of elif we are going to add else. That's it. This is the difference between if condition, elif condition and else condition. Now let us see the combined example for all these three. Combined example for if, elif and else if. So let us take number. It's a simple example. It's a basic. We are now studying basics. So I am not teaching you heavy math or heavy coding problems. Let us take number is equals to 5. If number less than 0, print less than 0, less than 0. So here we are printing, print positive numbers, print positive numbers, positive numbers. Yeah, we mistakes happens during coding, it's no worry, learn slowly. Elif. So now we are taking elif, number is equals to 0, and then we are again taking print 0, print 0, and then we are taking else print negative numbers, else print negative numbers. Here where the condition happens, print negative numbers. Printing two numbers. So first it checks number less than 0. If this is true, positive numbers will be printed. If this is not true, the condition moves to elif. It checks number is equals to 0. If this condition is true, print 0. This will be the output. If even though this condition, if none of them are true, then it comes to else, then it runs else. So then it will print negative numbers like -1, 0, like that. So this is so as for now we have studied variables and data types, input and output, condition statements, and now we are moving to loops. It is the main part of DSA. It is purely main. You should learn this way wholeheartedly, otherwise you cannot, because the tricks happens here. In most of the companies they trick you in loops, they won't trick you in variables and data types, because they give you directly. Same happens in input and output, same happens in conditional statements. Now when it comes to loops, there are three types of loops. We all know: for loop, while loop. for loop, while loop, and nested loops. These are the three loops we have. So first let us learn for loop. What is for loop? For loops, keep it in your mind, conditional statements as if, and loops as for, while, and nested. These three are the main, and other subparts are there. Then these three are the repeatedly not, it is the main in, this is the mainly asked in DSA. Used, for loop is used when you know how many times to run the loop or when going through a list or array. To run the for loop, we should know how many times to run the loop or when going through the list. So let us take an example. So example is array is equals to, array is equals to 10, 20, 30, 40. So this is the example, and here comes is for loop. What does it is do? What does it do? See, we have four terms, so we already know. So four times we are going for this loop runs. So for I in array, then comes as print I. Oh, sorry, it's not a caps I, it's a small I. So it's a print I. Again it happened, it's nothing wrong, it happens. So what will be the output? Any guesses? Okay, here I will write you the output. When you guys are execute it. As for now, for the teaching purpose, I am doing this. And what's the output? Here this will be the output. 10, like 20, 30, 40. This will be the output for loop, because what happens, loop goes through each element, first 10, then 20, then 30, then 40. For, let us take example program. Now let us take example program. What does it says? So array is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are coming to next line. Sum is equals to 0. For I in array, for I in, this high happens for me every time, it's okay, not a problem. I in array, and then comes a sum plus is equals to, sum plus is equals to I, then print I, then print sum, this is the example program. Output, what will be the output? 10. The output will be 10 for this program. Where will be this for loop will be used is in DSA. This is used for in traversing array, searching elements, and summing numbers. And next we are going to while loop. What is this while loop? While loop is nothing but when the loop runs until a condition becomes false. This loop continuously tries to learn until